Hi friends, this is Chris Beckman. I'm the corporate chaplain for Ebenezer, and you're tuning into a series of devotions and reflections that we've been creating during this time of pandemic. We've also been creating a worship service that is being sent out to all of our communities every Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. So we hope you're enjoying these devotions and the worship services and hopefully finding a little bit of solace during this difficult time. Today's reflection is number 18 in our series, and the title I've given to it is Building a Wheel While It Is Rolling. Building a Wheel While It Is Rolling. That's a funny title, right? But I got a note from a friend of mine who is a chaplain who attended in a conference in Alabama, of all places. Hopefully it wasn't in the summer. But he was at the conference and he saw a statue, a small one, sitting in the lobby. And he went up because it was such a curious looking statue. And it was upright, and it was, from far away, it was a picture of a circle. It was a statue of a circle, but it was only 3/4 finished. So there was a big cutout in the circle. And as he got closer, he noticed that there were spokes kind of connecting the inside of that unfinished circle. But they weren't spokes like a bicycle tire. They were going all kitty-wampus, like some kind of carpenter had been a little dazed as he was setting up the construction inside that circle. And then if you got even a little bit closer, you notice that there were 3 guys who were shinnying up and down the spokes that were connecting the wheel. Now, I don't know if this was actually on the statue, but my friend, when he sent it to me, he sent it with this caption: "It feels like we are having to build a wheel while it is rolling." It feels like we are having to build a wheel while it is rolling. I don't know about you, but that feels like a perfect metaphor for what's going on in our lives right now. We are trying to build a wheel while it is rolling. And if that doesn't sound complicated, just think of the things that we are having to do in our lives. I'm having to talk to you through this television camera, where normally I would be sitting with you one-to-one and talking directly, and maybe even putting my hand on your shoulder. Our activities people are running around with snack carts, and you can't come down to the dining room. We're having to eat in our rooms. And we're having to wear masks and shields and gowns, and people can't come to see us. And we're trying to make up our lives, the rolling wheel, with this big gap in it. And we're trying to complete it while it's going round and round and round and round. My point being, dear friends, is that it is okay to feel bad during this time. None of us are finding this easy. And if they're saying, oh, this is a great time, it's a great opportunity, I'm not sure I would believe them. You know, the old adage of we can take lemons and turn them into lemonade makes a little bit of sense. But we've had truckloads of lemons. I'm tired of lemonade. I'm ready for something else. So don't tell me to take my lemons and make lemonade. Part of me wants to sit a little bit in the reality that this is just a difficult time. I look for courage in that, not by saying I'm going to turn all of this into goodness, but in being able to sit with the garbage that's going on and still not be overcome by it. All we need to do is look at the book of Psalms. Have you ever looked at all of the Psalms? There's a whole portion of the Psalms called the Lamentations. And they are filled with not joyful butterflies and lilies of the field, but they're filled with discouragement and despair and sadness. Anyone ever look at Psalm 22? My God, why have you forsaken me? Words that are in Jesus' mouth when he's on the cross. My God, why have you forsaken me? You see, friends, part of life is celebrating the good and it's sitting with the difficult. And we have turned a lot of lemons into lemonade, but we have done so under the most difficult of situations. And there's more ahead. And part of what's going to help me to get through is to acknowledge the difficulty of what the journey is that we are on. I am like one of those guys on the spoke of that wheel, trying to know one day I'm up, next moment I'm down, and then I'm up again, then I'm down again. And just when I figure out one part of the spoke, it flips upside down again. Today you say I don't have to wear a mask. Tomorrow it's got to be a shield. Yesterday it was a gown. What is it? Our world is changing so fast, and almost every part of it. And the wheel that we are trying to create, this life wheel, has this big gap in it. And we're trying to fill it going round and round and round and round. So check out the Lamentations from the Psalms. You might find people from the biblical times who shared our same hopes and our same concerns. And oftentimes, if I can just acknowledge that there are difficulties around me, that too can help me make it through the journey ahead. Thanks for listening, dear friends, and blessings on the journey. Bye now.